getting the brush, getting stuff ready for my Vegas trip, and walking. So many people are hitting me up and saying they're excited. They want me to be in LA. I listen, y'all. I gotta take it. We got something that we're gonna be announcing. So, but to then, we put in that work in. What's up, y'all? We are here. The sun is still, it's about to get dark. So I'm about to head home and do the show. And many people are saying, you know, Wiley, you are doing it. And I was like, yeah, I got a lot more work to do. I'm trying to get on this stage. I'm not going to say I'm nervous. I'm just like, it's a different response when you're going live on YouTube versus going live on a stage. So, hey man, different type of vibe. I will announce the city that we're gonna do our first stand-up. It's gonna be amazing. And so, we speaking it, and that's gonna be, I believe we're gonna be the first male YouTuber in this sector to do it correctly. I'm here for it. I've been working on some material, and yeah, man. I don't know if it's gonna be Texas. I don't know if it's gonna be Vegas. I don't know if it's gonna be LA. I don't know if it's gonna be Atlanta or Chicago. But just know we will be on stage, and it's gonna be up from there. We are no longer will be considered a YouTuber, a flat out entertainer. So I am excited for that. Flat out entertainer. And I'm excited for that. Many people have encouraged me to do it. And I'm definitely, this is my year. This has been my motto. I can, I will. It's done. I met some amazing people at the gym. And people is excited, man. I have a worldwide audience. And why not to tap into that audience? And definitely gonna do it. So, people is definitely here for it. Oh wow, 0 deposit. I'm gonna definitely check this out. Yeah, was they fucking high. Oh, okay. 0 deposit. Keep going on the gas. Yes. I was looking at my peep. Oh. Yes. There's a way it up. Yeah, so I'm here for it. I'm just putting this little walking every day, man. And I bought these pants from the Goodwill. And definitely, this almost fit me, but I can still put it on. I got to get it one side up, and that's my size. So I forgot to go to the Goodwill today. So I got to go back to the Goodwill. Most definitely. Yes. Definitely here. Everybody is looking for, that's the tow company. That's the tow company. We about to start towing cars. Oh my gosh. I will show y'all where the police tased me at, but I'll show y'all another day because my audience is looking forward to seeing me. But I could actually show y'all where the police tased me. I think I can. I'm gonna show y'all right now. We got to go right past where the police tased me. And I believe, yes, if they got the gate open. I would never forget it. So you all can definitely see it. Where the police 6-some years ago tased me. I believe right here. It had to been right here. The police tased me. Yeah, it was right here. right here. The police tased me. Because when I did the library situation, because I was going to run home, and it was like packed track right here. I was going to run into traffic, and the police stopped me. I'm going to show y'all where all the library stuff happened. 6.5, well, whenever I was 20-something years old, I'm about to show y'all what the media did not tell y'all. And I used to live in this building. About to show y'all. The gates are locked, but this was all open during that time. When I took my clothes off, I actually lived, hold on. I actually lived in this building. I could show y'all, but I lived there, had my clothes off. I got butt naked. All my clothes was off. But where I started at, they don't show this on the news. This was years ago. Give me a second. This is when it all started before the library. There was no property down, just a lot of paper on the ground. Give me a second. I'm walking up to it right now. I don't think I ever showed y'all what happened. So this is the residence office. Oh, there we go, baby. So right here, it started here. I went there and I print out papers. My cousin stay in this building, in this apartment complex. I went there, print out all the papers, paid it all on the ground at the resident service building. And then I left. My clothes was on. And earlier, after I did that, they said, he got papers. And I directly walked to that library right there. I walked there. Inside. This is the library. As you can see, it was never destroyed. Like, a little damage. I went there. And I went inside there. And I literally went inside. And that's when I had the breakdown. I went inside there. And it was a breakdown. And all right there, I had a breakdown. And I took all my clothes off. And I ran back to this apartment complex. No clothes on. I was completely naked. Completely naked. And I was paranoid. But I can show y'all in the building where I lived at, where I called 911 multiple times. They came and they didn't do nothing. They didn't arrest me or nothing. And I went to that library and I had a breakdown there. I had a breakdown right there inside that library. And then when I broke the glass, the fire department ambulance came. No clothes on and everything. There was no children in there. Everybody was at school. It was not doing school hours. It was right before school. They were still in school. Yeah, it was adults there. No children there. Okay. I did that. And that was the worst area of my life. And it was iconic. And I walk past that library every day. I'm banned to go inside, but I don't need to go inside. And I literally did that. So if you go inside the library, I let my producers go inside. You'll see all the brand new computers. I paid for it. There we go. So when people talk about it, that he did this to go famous on YouTube, that's cap. I didn't even have no phone recorded. And the police won't even let me get the 911 tape. The 911 stuff. The body cam footage. Everything. They will not let me have none of that footage. We have tried. All right? And now I walk past that every day. God is good. I no longer hear voices. I'm no longer bipolar. None of that stuff. Because I got rid of all the toxic people. And I sleep every day. I'm not overworking myself. I was a workaholic. I would do 24 hours a day. I was sleep deprived. So that was all that stuff. It surely was. And so now when I testify, I can tell people God can't give you your mind back. Now, I would argue some people need medication. But I know I didn't need it. I needed rest. I needed to get away from alcoholic mother. I need to get away from that and just focus on Wiley. Once I put God first and put me under there, I was able to get my weight back. I actually gained so much weight back. But now God is good. Yeah, so when people say, oh, he destroyed the library, there's a little property damage, a little bit of damage to window, maybe 2 computers, you didn't destroy it. And the insurance paid for it, and I paid my debt to society. All right, do I regret it? I mean, I needed that break down to get my breakthrough. I was able to get, to understand that I was overworking myself, and I was a lot of family trauma. And I did all this with no therapy. Because the place that give me free services, they said you no longer qualify to be on the waiting list for free therapy. Because you are maybe a level 1, let's just say that. You have not been back in a psych hospital. You have not had a mental breakdown. So you can't qualify to be on the waiting list for therapy. On the waiting list. So we just keep doing what we're doing. We tried disability, denied. So it is what it is. So, keep doing me. I mean, no voices, no sleepless nights, no sleep deprived. I got my no thoughts of ending, nothing. Just greatness, man. I really went through a rough time. And so, once I become a millionaire, my first order of business is to get a doctor to take away that off my record and get a new doctor to diagnose me correctly. To the end, it can stay. All right. Quick little testimony. A quick little testimony. And I love you all. And I can go on and on and on. And this is it. I'm not even renewing my lease, I don't think. I'm just moving forward in life. Yes. And I showed y'all. I cannot believe I showed y'all that. But I had to show y'all. I had to show y'all. Because so many people have been dragging me, saying he did it to go viral on YouTube. That's a lie. Don't listen to Armand Wiggins. That was all cap. If that could only work if I put it on YouTube, I wasn't even recording. And they wouldn't even give me my cell phone footage back. Nothing. So, yeah. Don't y'all find it quite strange? No one pulled the 911 tape of that day? That's crazy. But we've been trying. Producers, a couple of producers want to do the story, and, they're interested to talk about it. But I think what made one producer skeptical, when I was talking about Minister Farrakhan, they pulled out. It was some people that wanted to do the documentary. But once they said about the minister, who I was screaming, they pulled out. Because they wanted me to denounce the Nation of Islam, and I denied. I said, no, I will not denounce them. They actually saved my life. Yeah. So why would I deny them? If you pull the records, I'm pulling some more of my medical records. The records that I see, they put it down that I was a part of the Nation of Islam. And the 911 tape, that's all you're going to hear. Now, I was saying the name, something Nation. So it ain't too many producers going to want that to be in a documentary. How you doing, sister? They're not going to want that to be in a documentary. Because what I was... and the 911 tapes tell the story, because that's before the library. And that's going to give people a lot of views. So when people try to dox Wiley, I'm giving you the information. Yes. And people say, what they can find? I said, they can find my information. You're a public figure. Somebody doxed and got my bankruptcy paperwork from when I filed Chapter 7. And asked me, do I care? I don't. Yes. I filed bankruptcy. So that means I didn't lie. And I didn't lie on my bankruptcy paperwork. Yeah. So, yeah, Mount TV. You get that? That's going to be an iconic video. No one heard those 911 tapes. No one's seen that body cam footage. Yeah. I think some people probably got it, but it makes me look like what it was. I had a mental breakdown. So if you had a mental breakdown and a little racial, actually, let me go that way. That's how that goes. So why would anybody want to show that on the internet? They're not going to want to show it. But I thank God for giving me my mind back. I thank him for giving me my drive back. And something, giving me my appetite back. Come on, I didn't even have an appetite. I was skinny. So once I pull all the medical records, you would see the weight. I was very malnourished, dehydrated. Because when you're sleep deprived, that's not good. And so, yeah. So I got a doctor's appointment coming up. And I will be able to live stream that. And everything. Everything is going good. You know, financially I could be better, but I'm just like the average American. Thank God for shelter, you know. I thank God for that. Yes. Yeah, so I praise the Lord. He did amazing things for me. I survived something very traumatic, and it was all because of God. And I cannot stop giving God the glory. I mean, he gave me my mind back. God did it. Because if it was true that I was bipolar, then why was I able to survive without that man for years? I'm talking about years. I stopped taking it, years. Because I knew it wasn't, I wasn't that. I was depressed because of situations and family, church, saying you're going to go to hell every other day. So you hearing that as a child, you grow up as a man, it's broken. So, you know, once I got to get rid of that coat and from that mindset, I was able to thrive. And look, I'm thriving now. Not financial like I want to, but that's temporarily. I've always said in a couple of months, I will be a millionaire. Because God gonna do it. God gonna do it. God gonna do it. And I believe he's gonna do it. Because that's the God that we serve. God's gonna bless. And he's blessing now. He's blessing now. He's blessing now. Praise the Lord. And I thank him for that amazing. And I said, I'm going to continue to give God the glory. There's no use in stopping. And when you try to stop God, you can't. When you're born to be blessed, God is truly going to do it. And every day, I've been working out. Every day. Putting the work in. And many people say, Wiley, how are you able to do it? I'm able to do it because I know God can do it for me. And he's going to do it for me. And look what he did. Truly blessed us. Yep. And I thank him. Praise the Lord. All right. All right. Let me tell y'all something, man. When I did, I just did that video before I came in, and I want to show the world about that. So every time I go past that that library, I've always get reminded of a saying, look how far God brought me from. And I thank him. Now, what's up, everybody? I had a very tremendous day out and about. And I want to thank the subscribers. Number one, we'll be back in Vegas on tomorrow, this weekend show. I'm excited to be back. And I'm going to be seeing Latavia. She's going to be performing at the Renaissance Hotel. And I got a meeting to do tomorrow in Vegas. And everybody is saying, I was getting updates, well, you need to move to LA and all that. And I'm not trying to talk negatively about LA. I'm really not. But LA is just not for me. we were looking at LA. We was looking at LA, like the housing. It's just not good. I mean, that's something not for me. Not nothing against it, but no. Even if I was making great money, I would not live in LA. I mean, LA is very expensive, but I will tell you this: I love the West Coast. Okay, I love the South. I don't know where I'm gonna go, where God gonna have me at, but I know one thing: this is my year. Very successful things have been going on this year for us, and meeting different people and people trying to drag us, nevertheless, but we here. Okay. Mm. So people trying to get the 911 tapes of the library situation and blah blah blah. I hope y'all be successful with it, more successful than me. Um, but I'm excited because I love giving my testimony. I love it because I think like giving your testimony is really good because I talk to so many sisters and brothers that suffer from depression or have suffered from depression. And they always say, Brother Wiley, I suffer from depression, brother. How did you get over it? I said, well, that was number God that got me over it. That was number God. God did it because if God didn't do it, it won't get done. I mean, God truly did that for me. It was a very crisis for me. I mean, family, number one, family and I did not see eye to eye. They didn't understand mental illness, even though it ran through the family, but they keep it hush hush. What my family is notoriously do, they push the problem to someone else. And they pushed it, and Jonathan took the problem. He helped carry the burden. And this is why we're here today. Now, I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Everybody, shout out to the members. Shout out to T1000. Shout out to Wayne X. Shout out to Chelsea with her glasses on. Shout out to Miss Crystal. Shout out to y'all here. If y'all can like the video, that will be grateful. And if you're not a member, shame on you. Somebody hit me up and said, Wilder, can you please make it public for all the people that pay $3,000 in rent? I said, no, ma'am. Because I asked this person, I said, do you pay for Netflix? She said, yes. Do you pay for Amazon Prime? She said, yes. Do you pay for Spotify? She said, yes. Do you pay for Audible? She said, yes. I said, now you paying all the monthly subscriptions, but yet you cannot give Wiley $5. And it was silence. And you want me to go out my way to give you something for free. You can't do that for Netflix. Say amen or say ouch. And this is a business. Got to understand that this is a business. I had a conversation with a brother. He wanted to do some stuff for our platform. He said, how much do you charge? I gave him my rates. Ooh. It's a whole list of rates. I cannot go down because I know the type of people that watch the show. This is not a show where it's just one person. Where we have people all over the world. If I ask the members, what city are y'all rocking from? Comment below the city that you're watching from. I can guarantee you each member going to name a different city. I can ask them that right now. And I'll be like, well, what city are y'all from? Each member would say a different city. Each member. I know that for a fact because you know why? Because it's not only a national on the United States side, but it's also an international show. We got somebody from New York City. Anybody else in the members? Can y'all post where y'all from? We got Austin, Texas in the house. Austin, Texas in the house. You see that? We got Austin, Texas. We got New York City. Totally two different places of folks in here. Totally two different places of folks in the house. We got a lot that we're going to discuss here. Totally two different people. We got they said somebody said home, they said Alabama, the home of the folding chair in the house. So we got people all over in the house that view our platform all over the country. And so why would I let you come and promote your product for free? We got Atlanta in the house. And I just want y'all to share it and stuff like that. So we got people all over. So we cannot sell ourselves short. And the problem with Black-owned media, we want to give prices less than what the market share is. No, don't give cheap prices. Give the prices what you worth. It's nothing wrong when you want to come and promote on my show that I charge you $350 for a 2-week promo. If you want a month, that's $500. 6 months, that's $1,500. So we give prices. And if you can't afford it, then don't ask me. I gave you my price. And it's nothing wrong. I don't feel guilty. Because if you want to be in a successful business, you must have customers that's going to patronize your business. Like we do members only. We do so much for $5. And I love the members because we have so many members that are here. And one of the perks of being a member, you must to be in the chat. And you got to be a member. Many people didn't like it, but I say you get your own platform. They mad because they ain't nothing but trolls that want to troll and everything. None but trolls that want to get out here and troll. That's exactly what they do. They want to get out here and troll. Now we on X. They want to get out here and troll. They say it has the margin to meet. Yes. And so I don't mind you getting on here trolling, but you must be a member. I don't mind you. If you want to come out here and you want to troll, then be a member. You see they stop trolling. 350 is a forfeiture charge for a 24-hour. TNT charge 2,500. So we give you great bargains. And we streaming on X, we streaming on Twitch, we streaming on both Facebook pages, we streaming on YouTube. We reach people all over. We do, and it's exciting. Now we're going to talk about let's talk about someone really important here. Let's talk about where we at, sister. I thought we had her on here. Let's talk about this sister really quickly. Let's talk about the most powerful person in the world, the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. So Kamala Harris is on an economic tour, and she's promoting the economic policy of Biden administration. She was in Detroit, Michigan, and Roland Martin was there. And many people are saying, well, we don't see Kamala Harris out nowhere because y'all are just watching CNN and all of those networks. They're not going to put her out. And this is why Black-owned media is important, because we put her out to the forefront. When she went to Africa and she toured Africa, many parts of that continent, we covered that on the Wiley Show. And many people need to understand that Kamala Harris is the vice president. The vice president, she's not the president, but she's also an effective speaker. And the problem is they don't promote her. Now, the reason why a lot of folks is talking about Biden's age and they talking about how old he is and all of that is because they fear this woman, because she is next in line for the power. According to the Constitution, if something were to happen to President Biden, she's next in line. People do not know when President Biden get his when he get all of the the knowledge, and his advisors do those to advise him, and they give him updates of what's going on around the world. She get the same update. So if something were to happen to President Biden, she's aware. She could just step right in. That's why she's protected. That's why the president is protected. That's why, because she's next in line for the power of president. So conservatives doesn't like that. So what do? They say she's ineffective. They say Biden, one of Biden's worst mistakes was picking her as the running mate, is because she is a Black woman. When you look at the success of Black women, number one, she's Black and she's a woman. And in this country, they struggle with that as Blackness and as a womanhood. Like women definitely struggle as well to have a footing in America. But I would say, when I was reading the book, Shirley Chisholm, Unbought and Unbought, she said that we must have a vice president first so to get used to it. And you get used to it. And another person predicted of how she will get in office as president. And now society, because she's the first vice president, then now the world is getting used to having that. Other parts of the world have female heads of state. This country is behind schedule, but they don't want a Black woman to get it. And the problem with the Black community issue is, oh, she ain't really Black. She's not American Black. She's Jamaican. She's this and she's that. But to the conservative party, the GOP, she's Black. We the only one to be talking about you African, you Jamaican. But to the Republican Party, she is a Black woman. And they do not like the fact that she's next in line. If President Biden win another 4 years, she is automatically the front runner to run for president of the United States, and they don't want it. This will be the first time in the history within we will have another black person in office. Hopefully, African Americans don't just go to sleep and be at the inauguration ball, and make sure we demand that she do her job. And she done her job very effectively as the vice president. I think many people do not understand that she had broke so many ties in the Senate. That's why we got the infrastructure bill, so many bills. She had fought for it. As the vice president, many people forget that she's the president of the Senate. She's the president of the Senate. So she had broke so many ties in the history as a vice president. She broke the most ties. So when they're split 50-50, she's the tiebreaker. And she have done that. Legally, she can vote as many ways, but she have voted for President Biden policies, the policies that we're able to take advantage of. That's why in the state of Texas, they're able to expand the train and able to get a high-speed train from Dallas to Houston. And they were able to use a piece of the infrastructure bill that was the Biden-Harris have passed, and President Biden signed the law. The governor of Texas was able to take advantage of that. Now, you take full credit of it because, again, President Biden and Kamala Harris, they don't do a good job bragging about what they do. If I was President Biden, this is me, and I'm saying it as a black-owned media company, you need to allow her to do the press conference because she's an effective speaker. She can move. Whatever you do all the heavy lifting, and then she promote. President Biden did it. She needs to be meeting the leadership in Harris County and Houston, and also in San Antonio and Dallas, all in the South. Go to Alabama. There's Republicans and Democrats everywhere. Just do it. Even if they respond and do a protest, that's still publicity, and make her go travel the world, and Biden still do it because physically, I don't think he can move and talk the way how Kamala Harris. I know that for a fact. And allow her to go. So this is why she's good in Detroit, talking about how Roland Martin were able to broadcast her, how she was talking to a black-owned restaurant, and it was amazing. And only reason why we was able to see it because of Roland Martin. A black-owned media outlet was the only black-owned media outlet that was there. You did not see the Breakfast Club. You did not see the Griot. You did not see any of these entities, but you did see Roland Martin Unfiltered. And he's the reason why I'm able to tell my audience about the successes of Kamala Harris. And I do believe Biden could win in the next election cycle. Now, I was going to make an endorsement, but I'm going to hold out to it. In about 2 more months, I will make my endorsement, who I'm going to endorse for president. Because at one point, I was going to give it to the other side, but I'm kind of liking Biden a little bit. So I'm going to rest on it. In about 2 more months, I'm going to make my announcement of who I'm going to endorse for president. But I will tell African Americans in the Republican Party, the reason why you all struggle, and we're reading this in the Grifter, is because you cannot be African American and for your people and be Republican. Even to be African American and Democrat, you struggle, but there's still an umbrella and space for you to be black and a Democrat. In the Republican Party, you can be black, but you cannot talk about issues that affect the black community and be successful. Many people in the Republican Party tried to uplift their people and they lost. But you can be successful in the Republican Party if you pull back rights that particularly help us. Look at Senator Tim Scott pulling back rights of the black community. Then the GOP will welcome you with open hands. But you rarely see a black politician that is a Republican standing up for rights in the community that affect their family members. But because to them to stay in power, they will ignore the poverty that black folks face, the inequality in education and the housing discrimination that many African Americans face in this country, but to keep that position of power. Now, even in the Democratic Party, we still have politicians that do struggle as black and to be in a party, even with the liberals, particularly the white liberals. Because they still struggle. Because when I check the data on Vice President Harris, we still struggle. Black-owned media still struggles with getting their fair share. You all are not giving the fair share of the money. And the federal government spends billions of dollars of advertisement. And black-owned media like myself get if we do qualify, only we get less 1% of the share of the ad dollars. And if you look at the voting block for the Democratic Party, the backbone is African American, especially African American women and African American men. But the black-owned media companies don't get but 1%. Now, what if 1% only voted for Democrats in the black community? They would have been out of power decades ago. So that's something that I believe Kamala Harris and Vice President Harris and also President Biden need to prioritize is how much are they going to do? They still can do it to put at least 25 to 30% of the federal government, what they spend in ad dollars needs to go to black owned media, not black targeted media like the Breakfast Club or Fox Soul, black owned media. Because when I was listening to a sister that owns so many radio stations, she said that she owned about 75 stations out of 150 that is black owned and it's dying out. And one of the main pieces of that is that because black owned media has been notoriously frozen out of the ad dollars. And it's sad, and I'm not for that, and I'm upset about that. And we got to do more, and we got to demand that Vice President Harris do more, as well as the president, to tell the president to do more for black owned media. Because if we get more of the fair share of the money, then we are able to hire more reporters, hire cameramen, hire editors to cover more stories that affect the black community, because there are thousands of stories that the black community need to know about and be aware about, programs that the black community needs to know about, how to help us in the future and also in our current condition. But if we don't have the funding, how can we cover those stories? And like Roland Martin is a journalist. So I need to go there to get as much information as possible, but they're limited in the amount of information because they only have a certain amount of time, a 2-hour daily digital show. They need a 24/7, but in order to do that on the Black Star Network, they got to have funding because news is a business. And in order to be successful, you got to get top-notch ad dollars, and you get that, you can hire more people. But because black-owned media is frozen out, we don't get it. Okay, is the first black woman is she the first black woman vice president? Absolutely, she's the first woman VP, black woman. Yes, absolutely. And so she's next in line. So I'm going to talk more about her successes and what she have been doing for the country more and more, because I feel like she get pushed to the side because media, particularly mainstream media, do not want to put her up, and then black media do a disservice because some of them claim to be black media and they lie and they say all she do is sit at home. That's a lie. Now, there was an era when she had to be stuck in D.C. Why? Not because she was twiddling her thumbs and getting her hair together. No, she had to stay in D.C. to physically cast her vote to break the tie, because the Senate was split so much, 50-50. She had to stay in the Senate to break the tie because she was the president. She is the president. That is her constitutional duty. She is the president of the Senate. A lot of people need to know how our government operate, but due to the fact a lot of our people don't, it is my job as the host and having the power here of the show to educate you about her power. Is she more powerful than the president? No. Do she have power? Yes. She only echoes the message of the Biden because Biden leads it. Every speech that she gets is funneled through the White House. If they disapprove of a sentence, she have to change it. If they disapprove of a paragraph, she have to change it. She cannot make a statement above that. Just like the press secretary, they want the state's attorney, the former state's attorney of Baltimore, Mayor Mosley, to get pardoned by the president. So April Ryan asked the question to President Biden, press secretary, like, will President Biden, consider partnering, give a presidential pardon to Mosley? And the press secretary said, listen, it's the DOJ's, it's the DOJ job, but can the president do it? We all know it's not the DOJ job. It's the presidential pardon. Now, the DOJ can do their research, they can vet it, they can do a background check, etc., but it's all up to President Biden. How I found that out is because President Trump pardoned so many people, and he did not get the okay from the Department of Justice. He did not ask the Department of Justice to do a background check. He did not go through the protocol, the typical protocol. That's just protocol, but it's not the law. So he was able to pardon so many people because he had that right as the president. That is his constitutional right as a president. A president can pardon people, whoever they want to pardon. They can do it. If it's a federal, if they can do it. So, but she was trying to ask the press secretary and put her in a bad spot, but she stuck on the message that it's up to the Department of Justice, even though that's not true. It's not true at all. It's up to the president. But now, because of April Ryan being on, I believe, on the Griot, being in that room, she was able to ask a question. Nobody else asked that question. This is why it's so important for black journalists to be in the room, because they're going to always look out for black folk. And seeing April Ryan in the room, she was able to ask the press secretary of the United States of America a question: will President Biden pardon the former the former state's attorney of Baltimore, Maryland, the one that put the cops up to be arrested and charge them, the one that the cops was responsible for the deletion of Freddie Gray. Now, the reason why it was very important, because it create conversation, it made the news talk about it a little bit. It's making me talk about it. Why? Because it was a sister, April Ryan, is sitting in the press corps. She's one of the few black journalists in the room. You see? So that's why it's important for black-owned media to be in the room. You in the room, you able to ask the right questions. You able to ask the right questions, and you're talking to power. And then the people on the outside are able to ask that question too, and be able to echo that message. So shout out to April Ryan, okay? Sleepy Joe, somebody said. Wow, they just put that out there. Somebody said Sleepy Joe. Wait a minute. Did you just say, who said Sleepy Joe? See, that name ain't gonna stay. Sleepy Joe, somebody just said. Well, he's a powerful man. Shout out to the vice president here, and I love her. They don't have no nickname for her. Now, Britney Spears, this woman, I've heard that her baby daddy, or somebody new, not her baby daddy, her new husband, got a lot of kids. And I'm like, clearly we have been trying, Britney Spears, everybody have been trying to help her. We have all advocated to make Britney Spears be the, done with the conservative. I mean, we fall for it. Even I said she needs to be off the conservative. It's unfair. Why is they treating Britney Spears like that? Britney Spears don't need to be on the conservative ship. And then time was terrible. The woman was dancing with weapons, and I said, oh, she needs to be back on that conservative and in the psych ward. She's See, we all thought her father was evil. We thought her family was evil. They would take advantage of her money, that she was sane. And then soon when that conservative went away, she got back on social media, and we saw this woman was not together. We saw that she was spending money. She got banned from a hotel, taking her clothes off. We knew that she wasn't there. Now we see it. Now people is kind of like regretting to ever sit there and protest to even get her back that money, because she's going crazy. And it's sad because even the man that she dated was terrible decision. They just running her money dry. They're sucking her money out. And it's so sad because it's really disgusting that it's happening. Okay? And I'm over it that it's happening for her, because at the end of the day, Britney Spears was one of the most powerful pop stars ever. She was a more mainstream Brandy. Brandy laid the groundwork, but Britney Spears had the race to take it to a next level. It was limited of what Brandy could do because she was dark chocolate, and Britney Spears was able to take it further. But because she learned from Brandy, because Brandy was an R&B, almost like a pop star almost. Brandy was almost a pop star. If not, she was. And then Britney Spears came and just took it up. But unfortunately, her being a childhood star and all of that, and sleeping with Justin Timberlake and doing the powder and the paparazzi, and it was so much power so early, it messed her up in the mind. It is not normal for a child and a teenager to have all these cameras and everybody. You can't go to a restaurant. You can't be a child. You can't develop into a young woman. You got people, you got leechers, you got people that want to steal from you. You got people that are hitting you in the back and taking advantage of you, etc. That's too much on a human mind. Even when we go to Amanda Seales, I hope I'm saying her name right. Is it not Amanda Seales, the other girl from that documentary Coming On Up, when she was in Nickelodeon and she became so famous? Not Amanda Seales, but it's another girl, I believe her name was Amanda. And then she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And because, again, you are famous too early. That's too early. And it's hard to transition for being a famous teenager, trying to get away from family, get in touch, violated, getting abused, and then transition into adulthood. It's difficult because a lot of the parents just want money. A lot of the parents, their sole purpose is to make sure you Get on set and make sure you perform because you are the moneymaker. There were some exemptions like Kiki Palmer. I would argue that she was one of the ones that was great to really get adulthood, didn't really get strung out on powder or cocoa. She got, she couldn't keep her yoni away from no good trifling man. Okay? No good trifling man. We already know that. Mm-hmm. She got demonetized. Uh, Amanda Binance or whatever her name is. Yeah. So Kiki Palmer couldn't get away from getting hit from the washer and the dry. She got demonetized. A lot of powerful women, they date down because people that are wealthy, like Trey Songz, want to snatch the yoni away. They don't want you unless they snatch it, like Kenneth Petty. You got some famous men, if they can't snatch it from you and put something and make you wobbly and me too you, they don't want you. Say amen or say ouch. If they cannot me too you, they don't want you. And a lot of these powerful men cannot bow down to a powerful woman. They want to control, abuse, do all type of weird stuff. And so what did Kiki Palmer do? She went outside the thing and got a man that whook out her, and she got pregnant about pumped out a baby. And then she got to get a power of attorney, etc. So, but Britney Spears, she was just incompetent. She lost custody of her boys. Do you know how incompetent you have to be for a mother to lose custody of your children? That means you worse and worse. To be a white woman to lose custody of your white children, you must be incompetent among incompetent because the courts set it up for mothers to win in family court. For you to lose custody, that is when you are just incompetent upon all incompetence. That's what I said, and I'm going to keep it all the way real. There is a such thing as a trifling mothers, and Britney Spears is one of them. Her mind was incompetent. See, many people talk about, dads and dads is this and dads are bad and dads, deadbeat dads, but we rarely talk about deadbeat moms. I remember Christian Key said there's a lot of deadbeat moms out here too. He said that on the play. I think that was before Tyler Perry invited him to a freak off, allegedly. But you got to understand there are some mothers that are not good mothers, and she's one of them. There are some dads out here terrible. We know that notoriously, especially the black dads, some of them. Now, the data shows that most black fathers stay in the household. But people always say black fathers are the worst. They abandon their children. That's not always true. Some cases, but there's some black mothers that do abandon their children. I just think that bad is bad, whether you black, white, or otherwise. If you was man enough or woman enough to have children, be woman enough and man enough to take care of your children and be a good parent and a good example and a good ally and a mentor to your children. To Britney Spears, I am praying for her. I pray that she go to the psych ward. I pray that she be in there. We're in there with the Williams. I pray that people, the leechers, get away from her and somebody with some sense take over her stuff and get her in a psych ward. She needs to be in a psych ward. Because clearly she ain't up there. Jack Wright and Britney Spears both need to be in the same place. She's just wasting money. The same thing with Jag. Jag had money, she wasted it. Because when you're mentally incompetent, you're not going to take care of your finances correctly. You're not going to make the right decisions. It's a lot of people in the industry, mentally, they're not there. And that's just me being honest. Mentally, it's a lot of women. And if you one of the ones, just say, ouch, and get better. You know you're not a good mother if you want to travel and leave your kids with everybody else so you can go and get it in. You know you're not a good mother when you don't go and make sure you cook your kids great meals and make sure they're clean. You're not a good father when you allow your children to go out dirty. You don't want to clean them up. And you talk bad about them. You whoop them just to be doing it. You don't take them nowhere. Let them experience life. You're not a good representation. You can't stay sober. You're not a good parent if you can't do that. And you need help. You need to get some therapy because it's wrong and it's unfair for a child to go through that trauma. I'm a product of trauma. And it almost took me out. And that's what I'm telling parents. Do better. Because that little girl, that little boy, that little baby is going to grow up to an adult. And when they grow up to an adult, they're going to remind you how messed up you are. And some of y'all ain't gonna be able to take it if you do even survive to even have that conversation. There's a lot of children that have deleted their lives because of the depression and the suffering they face, not only from school, but also what they face from home. That's why you as a parent have to do your job. And if you're going through something, I believe everybody in this country, especially when you're parents, you should be able to get some type of therapy, especially if you're a new parent, new mother, new father. It should be mandatory classes that you should take and therapy sessions that you should take to help give you the tools to be a parent and help you get through your trauma. It's difficult to raise children and you ain't over your childhood trauma. That means whatever you're going through from your childhood trauma and as an adult, you're going to spill it over to your babies. My mother did that to me. But all the trauma that she dealt with, she just didn't know how to get over it, and she brought it to her children. And a lot of my siblings are in the mess today. Children not taking care of them, abandoning them, locking the refrigerator, some using it on themselves. They're not great parents. I have a sister, leave the kids for mama. Mama, drink. And that's sad because those kids are going to grow up to being adults. And they're going to grow up early because of all the trauma, especially little girls. And then I have a sister, she just dumping whoever she felt like dumping them with. That's dangerous. And that's why I stay together, because you never know when you're going to get a phone call to help. And I'm just being honest. Shout out to you, Tiffany. I see you over there on Facebook. You got some sense. Now, anybody that want to get in the chat, you come over to Facebook like Miss Tiffany over there. Miss Tiffany was smart. She got on Facebook. See, Miss Tiffany was smart. She said, listen, you ain't going to let me on YouTube. I'm going to go to the Wiley Show YouTube Facebook channel. Go over there on Facebook. She went on Facebook. But if you want to come on YouTube, you got to be a member. Pay your $5. Come on now. If you can go on and get some edges, you can go on here and pay your $5. So she got some sense. She went on over to Facebook. She said, listen, I ain't got my $5. Let me go somewhere where it's free. Do you know what I'm saying? Lord, Father God, bless her right then and there. Bless her with money so she can become a producer in Jesus' name. I want you to touch that screen and God gonna bless you. She went on over to Facebook where it was free. Quiet Storm. She went over there to Facebook. Let me see if somebody else is gonna jump on over there to Facebook. She went over there to Facebook. She said, man, I ain't got my $5. I'm going to go to Facebook, but I'm going to pray that you get $5 and more, thousands of dollars. Well, bless her right there. Okay? Then she said, I always watch you on Facebook. Look at you. Well, you might as well become a blessing. Because she's smart. She said, listen, I always watch you on. Look how I'm trying to cover it up. It's okay if you ain't got your $5, Tiff. It is okay, Tiffany, if you ain't got your $5. Look, she said, thank you, Jesus. Right then and there, you should claim that. Because some of y'all should claim that and go to Facebook and say, I need a blessing. And some of y'all got the money, but you don't want to support me because I'm black. Come on now. You don't want to support me. You want me to struggle, but I'm not going to struggle. Because look at the members in the house. And these are just the select few that comment. Not the, I believe we got about 90 members that pay. I believe it's 90. Let me check the record. I'm going to check right now. Okay. I'm going to check the record and see how many members we have. I believe at one point we had 90 members. At one point we did, but it fluctuates. Let me check. I'm about to check right now. Let me see if I can find it. Where are we at? I'm gonna find how many members we got. Give me a second. I'm gonna find out. Because some of y'all unsubscribe. Okay. We got 68 members at one. Okay, 68 members. We got 68 members. 68 members. And the last 30 days, we gained 18 members. Praise God. And T-Bell is the T-Bell, T Trisha 1, Tasha Nicole, Kate Bryant, Courtney Mama, Mouth Open, Denise, Leo, ZD, Daniela Turner, Crystal, Amaris, Sandy, Jada, Tracy, Queen B, Jessa Nuff, Latavia. They've been members like 16, 17 months, but the longest members that have been in here, Tasha Nicole, 32 months, T Trisha 1, 32 months, T Bell, 32 months. And other than that, Kate Bryan, 31 months, Courtney Mama, 30 months, Mouth Open, 29 months, Denise, 27 months, Leo, 22 months, Zen D, 19 months, Tay I or Tay X, 18 months, Daniel Antola, 17 months, Crystal, 17 months, Amaris, 17 months, Sandy, 17 months, Jada, 17 months, Tracy A, 17 months, Queen B, 16 months, Just Enough, 16 months, Claudia, 16 months, Latavia, 16 months, Soldier Girl, 16 months, Kiki, 15 months, Lala, 1908, 15 months, Aaliyah TV, 12 months, Jacqueline, 12 months, Unforgivable, 12 months, Quiet Store, 12 months, The Mirror Love Me, 12 months. NX Time Fire, 12 months. Just 10 months. Just Jenny, 10 months. Chuck Time QT, 10 months. D-Lo, 10 months. Queen B More, 9 months. Goldilocks, 9 months. True, 9 months. A-Mom, 9 months. KRS, 6 months. Eric Leo, 6 months. Cole Green, 6, 7 months. Rosie, 5 months. Pretty, 5 months. Tiffany, 5 months. Ebony, 5 months. So, shout out to the members. And these members are still there. So when people say we ain't got no support, that's a lie. Now, do you see all the people in the chat? No, but they give to support the Wiley Show. Say amen for the members. Say amen. The members give. And some of us were on Patreon before you made members. Amen. 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 Why I need you to send me the line. Well, Ralph Open, you got to get that email together. Because there's so many of y'all. Let me tell y'all something. When you set up your phone, y'all need to use the same device, the same emails that you connect, whatever phone. You cannot use a secret phone. Use the phone that you use and connect that email address to YouTube. Connect it. Everything, especially with members only, they send you the notification. But if you got a secret email that ain't connected to your mobile device, you're going to lose it. Connect everything to your cell phone. Everything, every email, you need to connect to your cell phone. Because when we post in that members only, it show you in your cell phone. You need to check right now. Of your settings. Check your settings to make sure you get the email. Because again, when I was in the lift with a tea sipper, it was a black woman, and she checked the email. So I know for a fact, anytime I post something, goes in the email. Okay? And y'all need to be more active. Y'all need to go on over there and be more active with that, because I can't be trying to send it to everybody. It's too many of y'all now. Y'all got to help me out. It's too many of y'all now. Y'all got to connect, because some of y'all want to use different email addresses and use your phone and put that email in there so you won't lose it. Because we going to Vegas tomorrow, y'all going to miss out. And some of y'all need to know how to check the members only in that community tab. Check that community tab out, because we post all the information on the community for members only. Get on that phone and start looking, because we going live on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for members only. And for those that are not members, pay your money now. Don't wait, so I can send you the information. All right, send it on Zelle, $5. Zelle, send it on Apple Pay, $5, so you can get the information. Now, you're going to keep paying $5. You might as well become a member, because you're paying for each one. Then if you miss my review, that's $20. If you miss me going live, members, you get in for $5. But if the replay, that's $20. If you want to buy it, that's $500. Yeah, you missed it, mouth open. You missed part 1, part 2. You missed it. I'm gonna do another replay of that on Sunday. I think I'm talking on Saturday. I'll do another one. It's the last one I'll do for members if you miss it. But if you want to get a copy of it, $500. Oh yes, $500. Come on. Oh yes. We on the move. So members, get ready. We are posting a lot of content. We're gonna be doing stand-up comedy. You gotta be there, members. You gotta be there. We cannot afford to update on the phone line. That costs money. We don't have that. We don't have no investors, no sponsors. This is all, we don't have that. So again, when you are a member, it notifies you. But you gotta use the right email, connect to your cell phone. Y'all, that needs to be y'all homework. Connect that email to that device. But if you using 3 different devices, you're gonna miss it. You gonna miss it. Connect that email to the device. The reason why we cannot do the members on Zoom, we're, it's too extreme for YouTube, but we do it off YouTube. And it's great content. And we got members that's here. We still got Aaliyah. We dragged her the most. Because she loved that. It turns her on. She liked to be talked about. Nate's still a member too. He have not unsubscribed for being a member. I see the thing. He haven't unsubscribed yet. He just a little embarrassed. Ain't no use you being embarrassed. If you attractive, you got on a whole black leather thing with your best friend. What you embarrassed for? But if you go on the internet saying that I'm a virgin, like Sister Act, and you wild like Jezebel, just be wild. I'm a virgin. No, you ain't. That's a lie. I don't do all that. Another lie. You can't be hanging around Roger, who I done screwed multiple times in Theo house and Theo bed under Theo nose. You can't be his best friend. You friends are who you with. I'm just being honest. Ain't no use you hiding. You talk mess in that chat. Now you can't handle Wiley mouth. Yes, you can. You handle many people's mouths in Houston. What you scared of? You're too weak. You can't be around. You're too weak. You got to be strong to stand with Wiley. You should have never met me. Too weak. You can't be standing while you incompetent drinking. Shut up. And trying to get in Aaliyah here, calling her. Most of the jokes I got was from him. You and Aaliyah, both of y'all flip-floppers. You're messy. Aaliyah, you can't talk about nobody like that. You don't own that house. Your mama and daddy own that house. Shut up. You screwed the dishwasher. Nobody told you to get that man no yoga. You should have ate the cake, ate ice cream, sit your light-skinned self, your veneer-wearing self home. You put a bad stain on Storm Monroe. You screwed that dishwasher. And the only reason why Storm ain't making it no content is because they don't want to talk about Wilder because we going to get the viewership. They did that. I heard Denat was saying some stuff about us. Who cares? He can come on he block, but he can hit the link and call in. He just can't stop cussing. You better join with somebody that want to join in. How you in LA and struggling? Now I gotta drag you. You in LA and struggling. Now you want to talk about Couture Bay and Wiley. Couture Bay. You could have joined Wiley. You the one that got stupid. You had one shot to give Armand Wiggins a two-piece and a biscuit. You did that on your own accord. But you didn't do it right. Then you take a picture. Hey, I'm friends with him. Mm-hmm. You the one that embarrassed yourself. Honey, if you coming for a two-piece and a biscuit, stand on business. You queen. You ain't gonna be able to do it. Now come on the Wiley Show. We invited you. Hit the link. You ain't gonna come in no chat. Hit the link and start talking and stop all that cussing. Cut your hair. Get you some sense, son. And don't talk about you an actor. You ain't doing nothing in Hollywood. When the last time you was on a movie? You could have played a patient that was on their deathbed. You could have played a patient on Tubi. Why you ain't on there? You an actor? Didn't you say you went to film school? Is your parents from Jamaica? Are you from Florida? How you in LA? Why you ain't doing no movies with Armand Wiggins? You could be out there dangling from that cord and doing some entertainment, teaching them how to be a production. It says, you know why he ain't gonna push you in there? Because you messy. You a health risk and a liability risk. You could have did all that. Don't get mad at Wiley, because me and Couture meet for. I've been meeting for. I ain't gonna stop. I go outside. I ain't afraid. I ain't got my head down. And y'all talk about Couture. Talk about Wiley. You know you can't talk about Wiley because you can't beat Wiley. You weak. I got told AT2. All that stuff you talking about. Shut up. You can't talk about that, and you came up with them foggy glasses, them bifocals. You came to meet Wiley. How you gonna talk about what? That don't make sense. I can guarantee you if you talk about how we had a good time, you'll get a lot of clicks and views. You'll do better being my bottom boy. Stop trying to act like you don't know who Wiley is. That don't make sense. Whatever allegation you had, you brought your big old wide tail when you supposed to be recovering from a knee replacement, all the pork ribs and early arthritis symptoms. You came to the meet and greet. I didn't ask you. I didn't call to ask you. You came to see Couture Bay. Yet you mad at Wiley. You wasn't welcome. And you can't even say nobody's name. You wanted Monica from All About the Tea Spot. Didn't get it. Them tea sippers, then what did she call All About the tea sipper? Hey, tea sipper, whatever she called her audience, they weren't coming to you. And you upset mad. It's 7:45. Where you at? And I smell Popeye's chicken, extra grease and barbecue sauce. Can't get mad at Wiley. You met us. We didn't agree with you coming, but I was a good team member. Let me sit on down. Go get to this other topic. They say, I watched Tubi movie for the first time in the nail shop a few days ago. Now I understand the jokes. Right. They said, how he gonna drag you while living in his uncle house in his 30 paying $50 for it? You can't drag me. You stay in your uncle house. Stay in your uncle house. But he came to see me. We got the pictures. We'll talk about it on members only. He ain't want to do the video. He ain't want to put our name in the title. You met us. You met us. He regret even talking about where was Wiley at. He was doing his own thing. Yes, I was doing my own things, but I mean everybody. I ain't in no casino mashing buzz. When I went to Cleveland, I won. Did it one time, got my blessing, I was gone. Say man, I say ouch. I got my blessing, I was out of there. And you mad at Brother Wiley. I mind my business. I was doing what I do and mind my business. And guess what? They upset and upset mad. You mad because you came to see Wiley. All I told was 82 was apologize for what he said to Monica. He refused because he know he did wrong. He like what 82 like do, he like to befriend people then fall out with her for a platform. That's temporarily. Because why you can't meet up with Armand Wiggins? You in his city. You right there. You mean to tell me you couldn't get your crutches to go meet up with Armand? You know why he don't trust you? Because you like to meet up with folks and then drag them. Only difference is we still receive you and take a picture. Armand wouldn't have done that. Well, yes, he did. He took a picture with Denat. Them two queens took a picture, stinking up them people restaurants. And now he lost. We got people that we talk to. Katie Talk One-on-One, Couture Bay, Nani Love, Deidre, Natasha. We talk to YouTubers. We get along with a lot of folks, but it's hard to get along with somebody that is jealous of your swag and living on the down low where everybody know. You upset at Brother Wiley. You came to see Wiley. I'm coming to see Couture Bay. Lies. You was in that casino, in them people buffet, eating with calories. Couldn't even name that leg brace had that leg tight. Yes, I'm going to talk about you in your face. And I told you, I said, brother, you got to make up for what you said about Monica. You know what you said. Say amen or say ouch. You know what you said. All right. You see, let's drop a link and see if any of them people going to come on. Now, we dropped the link. There you go. That's your invitation. We got a lot more topics to get into. We dropped the link. Anybody? Y'all scared? Talking. Shut up. And that's all I love my artists. And then then the trolls were coming. You can't even troll no more. Why? Because you're blocked. I made the full power and authority to say I made an executive decision from the Oval Office, members only. I don't need you in no comments trolling. Be a man about it. Stand on your 2 feet. Get in position and stand on business. I never would have thought that y'all would let Wiley outsmart you and embarrass you. You know how weak that is? Scared. August with the shade, another scared guy. Scared. He don't mention Wiley no more because we uplift Lil' Kim and we more powerful for Lil' Kim. We did more in engagements than he did that Nicki Minaj. Our numbers were stronger than August with the shit. You know why? We're gifted and powerful and strong. Say, man, ouch. You can't compete with somebody that show up on camera. When I walk the street, you know that's Wiley. Whew. Somebody blessed us with $25 for Vegas. And they blessed us for a haircut. Praise the Lord. And somebody blessed me too to get a hairbrush. They said, Wiley, I want you to get a hairbrush. They blessed me to get a hairbrush, and I was able to brush my hair. I'm able to brush my hair. They were able to bless us. Now, I do want to do a check bag, but we ain't got the money for a check bag. So we're going to take what Lala blessed us. We're going to take a personal bag, a little small personal bag. Put a little items in there because we only in there for Thursday night and Friday night, and we leave Saturday. We're in that short little time, a little short little trip. I need your prayers for traveling mercy. And we're going to entertain y'all. And we was up last night entertaining y'all on Stationhead. I think people love me watching movies on Stationhead. I was on Jack mashing buttons. I ain't ashamed. It was somebody, one of Armand Wiggins' friends came over here to spy. He came over, got that back up. He came over here, got blessed. Because you come up to this house, baby, you taking them clothes off, okay? It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. You getting it in. Come on. Say amen or ouch. He took all them clothes off. Took it off. He went back to, he was pillow talking. I'm going to give you this good. And he said, Armand, sent him to spy. And he said, man, I didn't even know you was blessed out there. Armand told him that I had a false fake leg. That my leg wasn't real. It was a prosthetic leg. Not only two of my legs was good, that third leg was strong too. And the head put in an entry, and he felt the head, and next that Armand Wiggins' friend kept saying, I'm creaming. He kept saying he creaming. I'm creaming. And then he started pillow talking. He started pillow talking. He the one that came to spy. No, it's not required. No, that's required to listen to music. But no, it's not required of you to have that. No, ma'am. You got it in. Then one person said, well, they went to Armand Wiggins. He on Jack. Who ain't on Jack? Not a lot of people, but I'm on it. I'm on Christian Mingle and Tinder. Tinder. I was on the party line back in the day, but not no more. When you see exactly who I'm at. If I can't video chat you on Jack, I don't want to see you. That's why it's impossible to get catfish on Jack now because of the video chat option. Say amen or ouch. The video chat option on there. It's hard to get catfish unless you want to get catfish. Say amen or say ouch. What y'all doing out there? Y'all enjoying that? The views went up. That means y'all sharing this live and y'all liking it. That means y'all sharing it, the live. I see y'all in here. I see y'all back there on Facebook coming through. Thank you all so very much for coming. We got a lot bit more stuff to talk about. And Spotify. Okay. Now we're going to go to other topics here. We got more stuff to talk about. Woo. I like standing up. Ugh. When I do stand up, I got to stand up anyway. Get his legs together. I'm going to soak this some hot water. Okay, who else we going to talk about next? DJ Vlad took down that post. He apologized because you know why DJ Vlad apologized? Because he know he did wrong. He know he did wrong. And when he did wrong, he thought that black woman's gonna get canceled. The black community stood with that black professor, and he had to take it down. So I never said I was gonna call the job. You tagged that woman job, DJ Vlad. Stop playing. Stop playing. You could annoy that woman, but your ego was bruised because you thought that because you are white and she's black, how dare she question your authority on social media? You don't own X. That will have every right. You had every right to say what you said, but what you effed up with me as a black man, my loyalty is with that black woman. Hello. And you were reminded of the power of the black community. We stood behind that sister, stood around her, surrounded her, and we pretty much said you is a culture vulture. We put on said it. And then you was mad that the court of public opinion was on that sister side and not your side. And now you want to apologize. I'm sorry. I never said I was going to call Princeton and get you fired. Or I apologize. I will not call Princeton to get you fired. This man tried to get this woman fired. If you all don't know, he tried to get her fired. He was tagging Princeton University, trying to get this a professor fired, and he was mad that this sister was telling him stay out of this beef, Drake and Kendra Lamar beef. This is a black thing, and you should be silent. And so he took that and saying, I'm going to go to Princeton University and tell her that you saying that black students, non-black students should shut the F up. This one, nothing about no college. And he tried to spin it. And look what happened. He got dragged by the black community. And look, he had to apologize because he was wrong. And we covered that on the Wiley Show. Do y'all remember we covered that on the Wiley Show? And we posted that on the short too. Because I said DJ Vlad, how he built his empire using black entertainers. Yeah. And I got another short that's coming on right now. There we go. I got another thing. All right, give me a sec. I got another whole short that is coming. And I post shorts, and I got another short. I'm going to just do that for the culture. I got one coming on Facebook. And I got one coming on X. All right, let me do that one for X. Give me a second here. All right, and I got one that's coming on X. All right, I think I remember that. Okay, so that's what happened with that. He apologized. And move on. Okay, Britney Spears, we talked about that. Okay. Now, this whole Drake and Kendra Lamar thing is very serious. So, shout out to the Reliable Media Takeout because of what they put on their media takeout. Is one of the trusted news that I trust. One of the greatest news, black-owned news outlet ever, Media Takeout. They posted on Media Takeout. I'm going to make sure I post it on here. They had on their exclusive Drake home S word described, ends with an ER, described as a white male believed to be a Kendra Lamar fan. Media Takeout just received some blockbuster news surrounding the outing that occurred outside of Drake's Toronto mansion, Miami Gardens, Florida. They said rapper Kendra Lamar performs on stage during a 3-day Rolling Loud, and according to folks close to Drake team, the outing was captured on a video surveillance footage. Is being described as a white man. We expect this information to be released later today by Toronto police. They said, and there's more. We told the police suspect that the man may be a crazed Kendra Lamar fan. Kendra Lamar and Drake has been locked in a bitter rap battle for the past month of the weekend. Kendra Lamar Um, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I said, give me a second here. Okay. Kendrick Lamar fan. They're saying the situation over a month. They also saying that they was in a rap beef for past over the weekend. Kendrick dropped a series of diss tracks. They also said in one track, Not Like Us, Kendrick leaked Drake's address and suggested that Drake was conducted a P-word activity inside his Toronto mansion. They said media takeout investigated Kendrick Lamar claims and came to the conclusion that Kendrick's assertion was part of a baseless conspiracy theory, and that the baseless conspiracy theory may, according to the police, have motivated a crazed Kendrick fan to S-word up Drake Toronto mansion. And the situation is serious. Media takeout confirmed that one of the security agents working at Drake's home was S-word in the chest, and the condition has taken a turn for the worse, and the man is fighting for his life. We heard that Drake and his team are fully cooperating with the investigation. It's not clear whether Kendrick will face legal consequence for handling a dangerous conspiracy theory yet, but he could face financial civil penalties from the man who was S-word if he or she family chooses to sue. They also said Paris, France, October 29th. Kendrick Lamar is seen doing okay. The case is similar to Pizzagate conspiracy, which began on social media, ended up with a D-word consequence. Okay. So again, we are sending our prayers to Drake security guard. And again, you guys see these two working together for this beef, but the public don't know that if it's real or not. They talk, they eat, they operate, they're kikiing on the side. Now it's getting real because you got one crazy friend, a crazy fan, went out there and pow his security. This man fighting for his life, all because of a manufactured beef for both parties to sell. Drake was struggling on the charts to sell, so with this guy. But because they're beefing, one is dark chocolate and one is light skin, and they're both selling records. Kendrick Lamar is so good, he took out all the copyright claims for YouTubers so they can make all of this money, and he make all of the money. Like, he makes so much money because of the streaming and all of that. But he's let me see if he's on a three. Who? What label? Which label? Which label? Give me a second. Kendrick Lamar signed to. Okay. So on March 8th, they said that Fader reported that Lamar has signed a joint venture recording contract with Aftermath Entertainment Interscope Records. Under the deal, TDE continued to serve as his primary label. So there's powers that be are benefiting from this. And which label is Drake signed to? Let's put what Drake signed to. And Drake is signed to they said OVO Sound. It's OVO Sound, Republic, Young Money, Cash Money. And they are saying Drake signed an expansion deal with Universal Music Group that could be worth around $400 million. And again, other powerful labels are taking advantage of this. So, yet we're looking at this, but as the business mindset, the people up top is taking advantage of all the money. It's sad that an innocent security guard is fighting for his life, all because of a manufactured beef that both labels, all the same, play golf and say, how can we sell more records? Let's get into a beef. The people will buy it because it started with Megan. It started with Nicki, and now the men were getting left out in the dust. Then Chris Brown and Quavo did it, and then look what happened. These two are doing it. It's all for money. Now you got JT and another artist going back for it's all to sell records. Even the baby, he refused to get into a beef with another rapper for money. But you're gonna see the baby recant on that. He's gonna get in a beef with somebody. That's the spirit. Because beef do sell. It's gonna be manufactured, and who gonna get money? Apple and Spotify Music. They are the most powerful music entities and the most wealthy. They're making all of this money, and the artists get pennies on the dollar with that music. It's sad that people are not understanding that. Like they said, well, do you want to cover? I'm covering it, but we ain't making the type of they're making money, of course, but the power that you do not see behind these two making majority of the money. You see? The power that telling these two to beef for money, they making plenty money. Billions. And now we got a innocent security guard fighting for his life. Fighting for his life. I'm going to say it again. Fighting for his life. I believe that Drake is acting as the hey. Oh, nothing much. What you doing? No, I was hitting you up to see if I can see you today. Anything and everything. Oh, you got your red lights? Oh, you all in there. I hit you up last night when you were sleeping, I guess. Hello?
You said what?
I said you were asleep last night.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
That's not a good thing. You was tired because you was out slinging that, you know what?
No, I wasn't.
That the lie detector test and my crooked eyes say that's a lie.
I'm a bottom, so I don't sleep anything.
Oh my gosh. That's why my bottom eye was twitching. No, I'm joking, but I hit you up later because I know you. I'm gonna just hit you on that. That's how I was video chatting because I just got in from work.
I'm not asleep though. I'm just sitting here. But okay.
Yeah, I hit you up on the video chat. I just want to make sure you was up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I got you. All right. So I believe Drake will be considered the babyface, the good guy. He will be considered the heel, but sometimes they're versatile. It flips. Um, it flips. But now the storyline is really serious because now the officer is pow. So right now he's the baby face. He get the sympathy and all of that. He's the bad guy. Now understand, he's chocolate, he's dark skinned, so he fits that mantra of bad guy. He can always play the light skinned, pretty privilege, and he's playing it very well. And now he's in the box. Now they're saying, is he going to face any charges? And he got connection with the Canadian political powers that he may be facing some charges because you brought it in the Canadian border, etc. So it's sad, but because that security guard officer did not deserve to get pow. He didn't deserve it. The reason why typically it could be because he's chocolate, dark skin, and also too a security his fan pow a security guard. That's what happened. Okay. Drake on Kenneth Petty time. And again, I don't know because Nicki, I don't know anybody associated with Nicki. I don't know if he done the conspiracy of children. I don't know that. I'm not gonna get in a lawsuit, believe me. But I do know that this is a fake rap beef. But neither one of them was expecting that security guard to get pow pow. That is a choice of just let it go. Let it go, stop it. Because people now getting pow pow. Now you're gonna have somebody that's gonna try. This is just bad. This is really, it started out, and matter of fact, now it's real now, because that security guard and that person family is fighting. Like he's fighting for his life. Can you imagine that your loved one is in shambles right now, fighting for his life, all because of a beef? All because of a beef. That to me is sad. It's just time to stop. All because of a beef. Because you know why? When you keep putting that spirit out, it just takes one crazy fan to take advantage of it all. All it takes is one fan. And when you get that one fan, that's all it takes. All it takes is one. All it takes is one fan. And now whoever did that is crazy. So now we got a lot of stuff that we're going through. It is so sad. Now look, Drake, he's in hiding because he's scared. Kendrick Lamar, he's scared because he wasn't expecting that man's security to get pow. And if he told that person to do it, criminal charges. It's just sad, man. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. I don't believe it was worth it. I really don't believe that. It was worth it for these people to do that. And that to me is disgusting. It make my stomach turn up in a circle, in a knot. And it doesn't make me feel good. Because at the end of the day, that's somebody's loved one recovering and fighting for their life, all because of a fake beef. A fake beef to sell records. I'm going to say it again. A fake beef to sell records. It wasn't real, a fake one to sell records. And if you go back to Tupac and Biggie, a lot of that was manufactured through the media, and they made it real. And that's the sad part about it. And they made it real. A fake beef. A fake beef. And now it's real. Oh, I'm disgusted by that. Because nobody was expecting this to happen. Nobody. And I'm over that. I see y'all on Facebook talking about it. They were talking about the kids. I'm looking at in the chat right now. Wow. And that is where we as society, we don't need to continue to support something like that. Because to that family, to that security officer doing their job, now they may not even make it because of fake beef. They didn't have no beef. It was all fake to sell records. Because both of them was struggling to sell. Wasn't nobody selling streaming records. But Tiff, you don't have to get Taylor Swift to do that. Neither Beyonce to sell records. That's not talented people. Okay. We're going to move on from that, child. We're going to move on from that. Let's talk about Claudia. I told y'all, Claudia is the reason why Gary Owens, she took up for her friend to cheat. Now, y'all know this black wife blamed Claudia. This woman have been in everybody's marriages and destroying it. This is why she's single. This is why her feet is crusty, because she be destroying marriages. Now, she tried to sleep with Gary Owens, right? She slept with him. He gave her head and stuff like that, allegedly. And his wife have already said that she was like pretty much a madam and introducing Gary to a side chick, to her friend, and all her friends are unsingle women. They love to give their yoni away. And she was upset about that. Then she get up here talking about, I ain't introduced them, but I had nothing to do with that. You did. You and everybody, but that's why you single. That's why this chick is single. And then she talking about, she reached out to me, I'm going to sue you. Then she reblocked me. Girl, stop talking about it. Take your old self down somewhere. Leave me alone. Always talking about you going to sue somebody. Leave me alone. You think we scared of that lawsuit? Go sue me, chick. You queen. We don't care. You slept with this man. Then you introduced, he wasn't going to marry you. Look at his ex-wife. She got sense. She buried his children. You can't bear children. That he ain't going to want you. And his new wife going to be a younger black woman, because that is part of his imagery, to marry black. And the reason why he ain't that successful in the mainstream like that is because he want to cater to black folks. I told him, you better cater to your white audience and do white jokes, because you could be on Netflix. They don't want to see no white man saying jokes to the black community. No, it ain't going to happen. Unless you talking bad about the black community. Did you get the Fox Nation contract? And they call it talking against liberal, aka black. So they said that she's a madam and a gambler. And then she gonna get mad at Wiley. Girl, we ain't stunning you or Armando out. We gonna talk about you. You better call Armando Wiggins and tell him that we talk about people. We don't care about no lawsuit. Child back. Go on and file it. Serve me and file it. You said on Diddy Lap. I don't know if you did no free call, but I can smell that toe jam. Somebody, So we already talked to KJ. That thing was just slinging and everything. You can't even keep KJ. Then you had your troll people. They ain't no best friend. He fell out attracted with her. Why? Because she was old and bitter. Old and bitter, and always like to tell people what to do. She always in people business. You should sue that radio station for firing you for not bringing no ratings. You always talk about that you gonna get mad at Wiley. You want to sue by? Who cares? Did you file it yet? I'm going to crumble up that paper. You got to file, get all that type of stuff, and we going all the way. You going to lose because that Foxo check about to crumble. You mad because I'm doing my video and upset. You know you slept with that man and you introduced that man to his side chick. And you mad. Don't talk about it. Claudia Jordan responds to allegations he played a role in Gary Owens' divorce. The fact that I'm being dragged into this is stupid and just not true. It's true. You did it. Gary Owens' wife, Kenya Dookie. I hope it's Dookie. Or Duke. I hope it ain't Dookie. Kenya, I'm going to say Kenya, announced over the weekend that they were splitting after 18 years of marriage. No reason was given for the demise of the couple's nearly 2-decade-long relationship. And BT, y'all spell relationship wrong. Y'all spell it relationship. It's supposed to be relationship, which TMZ first reported after Kenya filed for divorce. Naturally, there has been speculation that infidelity is at the root of the. Wait a minute, BT, y'all messed up. Who wrote this article? This is how they wrote it. Is the at the root of the breakup. Fix that. This is bad. If I could catch this with a special education, this must be a sleepy black. On Monday, former Real Housewives of Atlanta star, former meaning she got fired, Claudia Jordan found herself in the middle of all the mess when one of her followers asked if she had something to do with the couple's split. Claudia, y'all seriously believe anything except the truth? Why is your name and a friend of yours being reposted on Instagram involving Gary's or divorce? Messy. Claudia Jordan responded and said this, good question. She also posted a couple of cryptic messages that seem related to the drama. Y'all seriously believe anything except the truth. I just hope the apologies and the backpedal is as loud as the false accusations. That is all. Carry on. Smile. Later in that day, Jordan took to Instagram Live, which was captured by the Jasmine brand, where she admitted that she and Gary Owens have been friends for about 20 years, and the fact that I'm being dragged into this is stupid and just not true. She always friends with other people's husbands because she's sleeping with them. This woman, that's why her eggs is scrambled, and that's why she can't keep no man. She want everybody else man. Claudia don't want you unless you marry, or did he? Claudia Jordan acknowledged that Kenya is one that pulled her into the drama, and she is none too happy about it, saying she has reached out to the friends of Kenya so we can talk woman to woman and not play this out in front of everybody. But I also feel like I want to keep it 100 with my people and tell the facts. She denied ever being a mistress now or ever, and that she doesn't have any friend who admitted to having an affair with Gary Owen. I have nothing to do with whatever is the reason for their divorce. Sometimes people just break up. Gary Owen and Kenya was married in 2003, shared two children together. She slept with that man. Claudia, this is my humble opinion, allegedly slept with Gary Owens and hooked up with a friend. He slept with him too. Because you got to understand, she always got to sleep with men with more money than her. She said, I didn't sleep with her, but this black woman, I believe Kenya. I believe her. Claudia took your husband. And then he's on Club Shay Shay. This black woman said she wanted $43,000 a month and you should pay her. And this against me with white guys. Like, why you try to cheat like black dudes? It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You try to do her wrong and our kids are grown. You cheated on this woman. She deserved every penny. And never have her to be the friend. If she, your husband, best friend, they are sleeping together. Ain't nowhere in the world this woman with that hair and those feet ain't testing them married man pink. Everybody is her friend. Christian Key's her friend. Because she the one that told Christian Key to lay down with Tyler Perry. Allegedly. Everybody her friend. Everybody. She got all these friends, but when she got evicted and foreclosed, none of them friends allow her to help her pay her housing debt. But she got all them friends. You ain't got no friends. First of all, your real friend, they would have pumped the baby in you and really married you. Why are you friends with married couple and you single? Married couples should not have a woman that look like her being friends of your husband because she gonna sleep with him. She gonna sleep with him. She gonna sleep with him. And that's the bottom line because the Wiley eyeballs looking dizzy in the camera said so. You bring this woman, your marriage is over. Because she give you that look and she gonna give you the look and the panties coming off. Excuse me. You a hell of a guy. My. You can eat my pumpkin pie. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I don't give a F. I screw with your Gary Owens husband. I put my toes and my toe jams in his mouth. Who? Why? Huh. She did that. She slept with that man. Allegedly. And she can't be sued for slander because you got to sue her. You slept with that man. I can smell the Gary Owen juice on your juice. I smell whiteness and toe jam feet. Can't get mad at me. And you already got me blocked on Instagram, girl. Now you got to hit the link. Don't try to unblock me again like you blocked me again. Girl, leave me alone. Shut up. Go on over there to Fox Soul. Or be in the Bahamas and play with yourself. Single women. Ooh. You even got girlfriends. You just lonely. Claudia Jordan don't have nobody but her cat. Ooh. Claudia is lonely. Claudia Jordan don't have nobody but her fat, obese cat. But the other cat between her legs, dry like that drywall that who Jose trying to put up in her wall. She haven't had no Tubi success in decades. I'm done. She always talk about she gonna sue somebody and then got Armand with, can you see me? I can see your no shade. Shut up, Armand, because you got one more time. I see you keep it quiet because I'm coming to LA. I will reach out and touch them veneers. And then you had to go to the dentist and get it replaced. Because them thing, one good push. You had to go and get them $14,000 per tooth replaced. Don't you play with me, boy. I'm your daddy. I remind you with my good foot and my twisted foot, don't play with me on my big foot. All right. I'm done now. We put on a good show today. Let me make sure I talked about all the topics. Hold on. Let me go see if I talked about. Oh, I ain't talking about all the topics. I got to talk about Porsha. I got to talk about Porsha. Let me go to All About the Tea here. Hey, All About the Tea. I love you. Ooh, I love All About the Tea. Let me go scroll down. Let me scroll down. Wait a minute. Where's the article at? I was just reading it. Okay. So All About the Tea, you guys. They did an article. Simon Gobadia shuts down Real Housewives of Atlanta filming. Porsha Williams' ex legally blocks production. If y'all want to read along here, I need y'all to go click on that article and y'all can go read it for yourselves. Okay. Look at the sneaky link. Okay. Okay. So let's read this article. Okay. They said Simon Gobadia shuts down Real Housewives of Atlanta filming. Porsha Williams' ex legally blocks production. The latest season of Real Housewives of Atlanta has taken a dramatic turn, plugging into chaos with Porsha Williams' estranged husband, Simon Gobadia, at the center of the storm. According to the sources close to production, Media Takeout has reported that the current season of the Bravo's highly rated show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, has been abruptly halted indefinitely. Here's the latest scoop. Bravo has been busy filming for the past 2 months, with much of the action centered around Porsha Williams' Atlanta mansion. However, things took a dramatic turn recently when Simon Gobadia filed a lawsuit against Bravo and the production company True Entertainment. In his lawsuit, Simon claims sole ownership of Porsha's mansion and refused to grant Bravo the rights to film on his property. Amid their bitter divorce proceedings, Simon and Porsha find themselves embroiled in a legal battle over the ownership of the luxurious Buckhead mansion, with both parties laying claim to the property. That uncertainty surrounding the ownership status leave Bravo in a precautious position regarding the footage filmed on the premises. Until the divorce is settled and ownership of the mansion is determined, the fate of the footage remain uncertain. Bravo top executives are facing difficult decisions in light of the legal turmoil surrounding Porsha and Simon mansion, with the ownership dispute casting uncertainty over the footage film thus far. The network is left with no choice but to consider discarding of all existing footage and reshooting the scene unless Porsha and Simon can reach resolution. However, Simon's stance indicates that he's not inclined to make things easier for his ex-wife, further complicating the situation. An insider revealed, quote, "It's a whole mess. If Porsha can't get Simon to agree, Bravo will have to reshoot everything, which will cost millions." The Paul's production in hopes that Porsha and Simon can work things out. As reported, Porsha has leveled serious allegation against Simon, accusing him of legal harassment as she make her comeback to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Simon Kapotia escalated the legal battle by demanding access to all the communication between Porsha and producer, along with her contract and financial details, as she gears up for her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. In return, Porsha has accused Simon of attempting to overburden, annoy, harass, and oppress her amidst their um, divorce proceedings. Porsha has taken a stand against Simon demands by petitioning the judge overseeing the case to reject his requests. She argues that their prenuptial agreement is irrelevant to her role on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha contends that Simon's efforts to obtain this information are intended to threaten her reputation and career and ability to earn income. Last month, Simon Kapotia demanded that the production company behind the reality show hand over footage slated for the upcoming season, along with a copy of his ex contract. Simon Kapotia also asked a court to comply a True Entertainment rep to sit for a deposition in Georgia next month. Court documents reveal that Simon requested that a production rep appear for a videotape deposition on May the 20th. He asked that the individual be prepared to answer a question about Porsha's status on the Real Housewives cast between the years 2022 into 2025. You see that, don't you? Oh, this ain't about Claudia. My bad, Claudia. This ain't about you, child. Cause you was canceled off the show, honey. You was canceled. Let me see if I got a picture of Porsha and Simon Kobotia. Let me see if I got a picture of them. 1 second, producers. Do I got a picture of them? I'm so sorry. This ain't about you, Claudia. You got fired. You never made it, child. And then Elise said you slept with all of Hollywood. That's what she said. Let me get a picture of Simon Kapotia. Let me see if I get if I can. Okay. But this is really sad, you guys, because shout out to All About the Tea, because she have been working on this story and she posted it on her page, and I love her dearly. That she is a friend of the show, and that is my friend, and I love her dearly. And may God bless her and her amazing blog. Same man for Monica from All About the Tea for all of her success. And we bless that platform. We want that platform to get millions upon millions because she is such a good sister. And I thank her for all of her blessings that she have bestowed for me and blessed us and phone conversations. And we do want to say thank you to that sister. Amen. So we're gonna I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. I'm trying to wait a minute. I'm gonna find it. Let me do this. I'm gonna post this on here, chat, so y'all can see it. The picture of Simon and Porsha for y'all to know who we're talking about. There we go. I do it that way. Yeah, right. All right. Amen. 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 Y'all say amen to Monica. We love her dearly. A great, great, great sister. We love her. We thank her for all of her support that she have been, and I've been knowing her for about 4 years. God, God is so good. Woo! God is so good. I felt that right then and there. Okay? I felt that right then and there. Let's go. I want to bring this picture up of these two, as you all can see, Porsha and Simon Kobotia. But Porsha, I blame you because you the one that wanted to sleep with this man. He was a scammer, a Nigerian scammer, all that stuff. I don't understand that. You open your legs up to a Nigerian scammer. Now that man got your Real Housewives of Atlanta debut by the throat. And they have to put a postponement on the show. I don't understand that. Now you can't even do the show. All this stuff you doing, you can't even do the show because you open your legs up to Simon Kabotia. Now you can't even do the show. Now this man got your career hold by the throat. That is sad. They got to be upset. Like, do you understand how much money it takes for you to shoot these episodes? They need this win. They need this win, ladies and gentlemen. The show have been struggling. Monica from All About the Tea have been covering. They have been struggling. All because it's sad. And Monica have been doing it. And I said this about Monica. I said that All About the Tea should get $1 billion contract, millions of ad dollars from Bravo. Because without them, I won't know what was going on with Bravo and all the reality housewives. I know more about the Real Housewives of New Jersey than I want to know, all because All About the Tea covers it on their blog. And I love it that they cover it on the blog. And I love the fact that I have a relationship where I can talk to the owner of it. This is why they mad. She owns a very powerful blog. And it's bigger and greater than all the other outlets. Why? Because this sister put her heart and soul into her blog, into her website. It's an entertainment site where she covers so many stories from all the Real Housewives. And I love talking to owners. And this is why these YouTubers are struggling, because they don't have the relationship. And that's what's going on. That other brother out there in LA with the leg brace, staying with his uncle with the foggy glasses. He went against Monica. Monica could be a good help to him. But that brother, when that panel disbanded, he want to do a funeral. Now he can't even stand on his leg right. It's trapped in a leg brace. Them glasses is foggy. He gained all that weight. You carrying a heavy load of jealousy. And it's oozing with greasiness. Come on now. And we can call her about Porsha. We can call her about Simon Kapatia. I'll go to Monica from All About the Tea. And see, Porsha, I blame you. You open your leg up to a scammer. You thought you had an upgrade. And that man got you tied up. And one thing about a scammer, he know the American laws. He know how to finesse it enough to attach. And he know once I marry you, that is a contract. This is my house. And legally, Bravo cannot do it. So now Bravo got to write a check, if they smart, pay this man off. Because trying to reshoot the scenes is going to cost too much money. It's not going to be authentic. It's not going to be organic. She's not a good actor. So you got to get it on the first take. And we cannot allow it, because this is it. If they waste money on it, this is the end of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it's all because of her. She the one. She left her show. She left everything to be with that man. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. You did all that, Porsha, to mess up. Look at that baby hair right there. That baby hair. When she had that baby hair, I knew it then. It's gonna crumble. Look at his face. You knew you weren't attracted to this man. You thought you had a powerful, rich African, and you had a scammer. A scammer. The immigration, they said this man can't even be a citizen in this country because he broke the law. And he tried to get citizenship by marrying you, and the immigration people, they denied it. You thought you had a win. Look at this man's face. Do you really think she want to hunt that man? But she thought this man had billions. It's all based on African scamming. The Nigerian scammer. This man is a scammer. All these beautiful black women, you're so desperate. And a scammer, you'd have came out better, open your legs up to Wiley. We could have did an empire. But you want to open up to that scammer. And then you want to dump him. Now he said, you can't use my house. Monica put the story out. I'm going to keep y'all updated on I'm going to try to get Monica on the show. It's hard to get her on the show, y'all. But we get Monica on the show. Hi, this is Monica. Hi, all my teacups. Baby, she gonna come on up here and shock the world. I'm glad to still have that relationship. And I read her site. When I talk to her privately, I don't talk about the news and stuff like that. She's just a boss as an entrepreneur. Shout out to Black greatness. You know, maybe Monica should have called her with some sense because she ain't got no sense. You literally got attached to a scammer and he put you in a legal mess. Because when does the show, let me ask Monica, when is this show going to come out? What time, when do the Real Housewives supposed to come back? When does the Real Housewives supposed to return? Let me ask Monica, because I don't know. Because I'm interested in watching the show. Because I was going to cover the Real Housewives of Atlanta because of Porsha, the African scammer. It's a brand new cast. No more Candy. No more her raggedy mama. No more of her down low husband Todd. I really am interested in this. Okay, they're filming now. So they're filming now. So okay, because I'm gonna cover this show. I'm okay. She's sending me some stuff now. I'm covering it now. I mean, just a preview. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to talk bad about her, but she was doing good when she was at the LGBT. She was performing, but you thought that you go all that type of stuff, and they're gonna be filming next week and all that, and some stuff she probably already filmed. And it's sad that she can't get what she wants. It's sad, man. This is embarrassing, and this is great promo for the show. Because we haven't seen this much engagement in years. Say amen or say ouch. We haven't seen this much engagements of this show in a long time. And for that, I thank you. We haven't seen this much engagement in a long time. Oh, bashata. We haven't seen it in a long time. So who gonna be watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Who gonna be watching it? Okay. Who gonna be watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta? I'm gonna watch it. I'm dedicating that to y'all. And Porsha, I'm interested in her. I got to see who's the new cast of the show. We're going to keep y'all updated. We're going to add that on there because I'm interested. I'm going to be watching it, okay, because I'm interested in see it on there. Now, I do want to get some more updates. If I'm missing something about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I would love for you all to call in. If anybody want to keep me updated, Natasha, anybody that, or Tasha, if Monica or a representative from her organization want to call in, I want to get some information about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, your thoughts about this entire ordeal for it. And we would love to get, you all on the show here. And again, I did post the link to Monica's website. You go to allaboutthetea.com. For those that do want to get as much information from that website, you can. All of the updated information is up on there. I know so many people have so many questions about it, and you can go on that particular website and you can get all of it. I trust it. The news is real, and I go on there. That's the first website that I promote and check out because of the greatness of it, and being accurate. I love supporting Black-owned media outlets, especially those that show genuine support to the Wiley Show, And I do want to thank you all so very much for that. We did have somebody that called in. So we're gonna call them back. Give me a second here. We're gonna take it off Do Not Disturb so you all can call in. And there we go. Okay. Hello. All right, so now the phone lines is open. So if anybody trying to call in, the phone lines is open. You can call in at this particular time if you got something to say. Moderators, if you all can post the number in the chat. I know we are going live on Twitter and different ones as well. Okay, all right. On Twitter and different ones as well. Okay. If you are calling in, um, okay. All right. So it is off Do Not Disturb. So if you going to call in, that is the time for you to call in. And I did post the number in the on the screen here. And of course, they got the people posted it on the chat here as well. And I'm going to post it in the chat as well. So if anybody want to call in, now it is the time for you all to call with your thoughts. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. How you doing?
Hey Wiley, how you doing?
Blessing. Shatai. Blessing, Holly.
Great show. Great
Thank
show.
you.
Great show tonight. It was very entertaining.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I wanted to talk about Claudia.
Okay.
That's why Claudia is single.
Uh-oh.
She can't get no man because how the way she did Gary Owens' wife.
Uh-oh.
That's that bad karma coming to bite her in the ASS. Okay.
Yikes.
That's that bad karma. That's why she's dry and fishy.
Uh-oh.
Because she up there being a home wrecker, messing up somebody else's marriage. She was just fine with her Caucasian husband. She was fine until Claudia came around. So that's why she can't find no man.
Do you blame Gary Owens' wife or Gary Owens himself to be friends? Because I always told people that your husband cannot have female friends. Is I'm wrong to say that?
Not single, no.
Okay.
She's single. He's a married man. So why a married man is friends with a single woman? A single woman doesn't have any boundaries or any type of respect for the wife.
Okay.
She's trying to be one of the boys. She want to hang around the homies. You know, Claudia, she smashed the homies. So no, I don't think that's acceptable for a married man to be friends with a single woman, and I don't think a wife should be friends with a single man. That's just a mixture of
why not though?
of toxicity.
Why not?
Say it again, Wiley.
Why not? I'm asking you, why not? Why? Why not your husband can't be friends with a single woman?
Because there's no boundaries. There's no boundaries. Why are you friends with what advice can a single woman give to a married man?
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. So what if they were already childhood friends and they're adults and they've been friends for years? Do he have to cut that relationship off?
Yes, because I'm pretty sure they smashed before. I'm pretty sure they smashed at least once.
Oh,
just to get it out the way. Just to see how it feels.
Oh no.
Or flirted with each other.
I am so shocked. So would it be accurate to
So you never flirted with your female
Absolutely.
friend,
I slept with her. That was Chicago Bay. But do you believe that Claudia slept with Gary, or do you believe they were intimate, that she gave him head, that they slept together? I personally believe it, but do you as a woman, do you believe that they slept?
I wouldn't put it past her. I would not put it past her.
Okay, because that was like the rumor that
because allegedly,
right,
I wouldn't put it past her.
Okay.
But but she hooking him up with her friend after that was inappropriate. She wouldn't want nobody doing that to her if she ever gets a man.
Oh, because she never could keep a man. I just want to ask you as a woman. Let's put it out there. Why do you think that she can't have a man? Like, what is keeping her for getting a man? I'm trying to understand that piece. What is stopping her, or for her being single for so long? Is it her, or is it the man? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think I think it's her. I don't think it's the man.
Okay.
I mean, you can do the history on when she was on marriage boot camp. All the things that Gary Owens, ex-wife, said about her, and then on top of that, she's very she seems like she's one of those women that's not submissive, and she can't fry chicken. So if you can't
Yikes.
you can't fry no chicken, you ain't gonna never get no husband. Then she got all them cats. So
Oh my gosh. So give me a second. I'm his wife. Ain't asked to talk about huzzy. Okay. So I put a poll out, you guys, and we have a producer on the phone here. Ask a question: can your husband be friends with a single woman? 5 people have voted out of the 5 votes. Everybody said no. Of course, I got a poll on the community wall. We will revisit that. Anything else you want to say, ma'am? Thank you for calling in.
oh, oh yeah.
Go ahead.
And a couple of other things. Yes, I do agree with you. I do feel like the things that Drake is going through right now, as far as like the vandalism goes and the shooting, I do think this is his Karen side showing. Is giving sympathy and payola,
Yeah, sympathy and
because
Layla.
why would anyone in Canada shoot outside your residence or vandalize your things in Canada? So I don't think it was any of Kendrick Lamar people. I honestly think it was someone in his camp just staging these crimes. So I just think this is just Drake pulling a Karen
Oh,
to win the audience back on his side, so he can distract the people from people saying that he is a PEDO. And it was one more thing.
mm, mm, mm.
And Porsha, as far as Porsha in this whole situation goes, it's getting
Mm.
real messy, and I cannot wait to see how things unfold, because I feel like she got some. I think she was into the scamming too, and into some. I think she was into some stuff too, and just trying to hurry up and get out before stuff get real.
Oh
So
my gosh.
that's all I had to say. Thank you,
And
Wiley.
also, too, I believe Queen Latifah. They said, "Do you agree?" Um, Someone said, "I don't know if the Queen Latifah. A lot of old heads are trying to pick and choose when they want to support beef because this not okay because they are now have corporate affiliation. Hip hop have grown globally, okay, but no one had this stance on women and children being harmed when Fate Evans and D Barnes were thrown into a rap beef in the '90s." Questlove said, "Nobody won the war. This wasn't about skill. This was a wrestling match level of mudslinging and takedown by any means necessary. Women and children, and actual facts be damned." Uh, so people are talking about it, this situation all over social media. But we got this from the neighborhood talk. So wow, I mean, this is
I don't think Kendrick is lying. Even though people are saying that people are allowed to lie in that rap beat,
okay.
me personally, just over the years of just listening to rap beats,
Uh,
I don't remember anyone lying in that rap beat and getting a win for it. Now, Kendrick Lamar did say that Drake has a lot of PEDO on his payroll.
oh.
So hopefully, he doesn't make anyone upset, and they pull a Diddy on him.
Mm.
So, I wouldn't put it past any celebrity. In the celebrity world, age is not a factor in that world there. If you notice.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you. I hear your point, and I thank you for giving your thoughts. And this is why I'm so excited. that you came, called in, and you let it be known about this entire
Thank you,
situation.
Wiley.
And I thank you. And again, thank you, sister. And also, we got the poll out on the community wall. I see so many of you all going to vote. We have the poll. It is out right now. So if it's something that I miss, um, please vote so I can give a good account of your thoughts. You can do it in the chat or you can do it on the community wall. For people that don't know, go to the community wall right now, or you can vote in the chat. Go swipe in the chat box, and you get to see what exactly we were saying in the chat box. Um, so you could definitely check that out in the chat box. Thank you, sister, again for calling in.
Thank
Your
you.
first phone call, and then we got in a while because people love when you all are talking, child.
Well, we love hearing you talk, Wiley.
Okay. I love it too. And I'll be in Virginia, not Virginia. I'll be in Vegas talking tomorrow on Thursday, Friday, and then back on Saturday. So I'm traveling more, and for show purposes. So thank you, sister.
My pleasure. Well, I'll be praying for safe traveling grace
Thank
for
you
you,
so
and you
much.
have a good night.
You too, ma'am. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. So I put the poll out here. So as of right now, we are definitely had a poll out, and right now we are literally 11 people have voted. So make sure y'all vote, and we will get a full account of it tomorrow, um, or later on, about an hour or two. Can your husband be friends with a single woman? So 27% said yes, 73% said no. Only 11 people have voted. So make sure you vote so we can definitely talk about more of this on the show. So thank you. And then also, I posted something else on the community wall. Grand Rapids released its first annual surveillance report. We want to thank our guest, attorney Carlton T. Mayers, for coming on for Strategic Solutions LLC. He did give you that. They posted their surveillance report. We're going to get him back on the show soon to talk about this report. He did text us, and I said I was going to post it on my community wall. So that's our political stuff. And y'all know how we got into that iconic debate about that case. And it was so good, um, iconic, and yeah, and y'all loved it. He could talk, I could talk, and it's so good to be with that brother, and it was amazing. So thank you all so very much. Let me see any other calls that anybody else want to call in. You could definitely do so at this time. Um, love you all dearly. Let me see where the vote is at right now. 80%, 20 people have voted. 80% said no, it could be it. And only 20% said yes. Of course, we will go on the community wall here, and let me see what the community wall is at. And at the community wall, 73% said no, 27% said yes. So people are voting. And so we want to thank you all so very much for that. Love you all. Make sure we will ask you all to please be here for members only tonight. If you want to join to be a member, you can hit the link. You can join and hit the link to join. And then also, if you just want to come and just pay the $5, you can have to do it at zellwileyshow@gmail.com and cash out $ Marquise Wiley 28, and you send the $5 to your number so we can put you in the room so you can get the information to join us. We will be doing it on Thursday night and Thursday, Friday, and for 2 days of content, you all be getting the members only, and then we will do the review when we're back in Dallas, and which that will be the following week, sometime maybe Monday or Tuesday. So we do want to God bless you and thank you for the amazing support for y'all. And of course, we will do our after show on Station Head. After show on Station Head. If you do not know, we're on Station Head, and we could do the after show on Station Head, and we want you all to come through on Station Head right now, and we're gonna do the after show on Station Head. Okay. All right. Let me get ready to post that in here so I can post the link in here so y'all know we're on here. Okay. All right. So we are live on Station Head. That is the after show. Okay. And also, I will post the link in there as well. So I'm going to post it on our X account. And also, I will post it on our, um, okay. All right. I will post it on the X account. And also, I will post it on all our social medias right now. But do it right now so you all can have it. I posted in the link here. So if you all do not know how you can listen to it, Station A is very unfiltered, you guys. It's unfiltered. And many of the barbs that are listening on X, you go to Station Head. That's the information there. I will post it on the community wall right now. So we have that live on Station Head. So y'all have it as well. Live on Station Head. And there we go. So you all can definitely see that. We are live on Station Head. So definitely check it out. And there we go. Okay. So live on Station Head. We are live on Station Head. Okay. I post that. And then also if members, I post that. So we're live on Station Head. Okay. Thank you all so very much. Again, I will be in Vegas. If you want to contribute to the trip, Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley. Someone gave $25. Another person gave $50 for our haircut. We spend that. Somebody bought me a brush to go. Thank you so very much. You Cash App us at $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle, Wiley Show at gmail.com. Thank you. If you want to do an Apple Pay, that's 773-641-8742. You can directly send it to there. We have PayPal as well. So we want to thank everybody who have contributed to our show. God bless you for making it possible for us to come back. We'll be supporting our moderators performing at the Renaissance Hotel at 4 p.m. on Friday. We want to thank that sister, our moderator, to be following her dream to be back on stage performing. And then also, I will be back in Vegas, for those that did not get a chance, to see me. Now you will get a chance to see me again. So that's Thursday and Friday, and I will be leaving on Saturday. And then also, we'll be back in Dallas. So thank you all so very much. Also, we did go to West Cluckin. We went on to West Cluckin and we ate and we had a beautiful time. Earlier, shout out to Angie. We did a live mukbang review. So we shout out to the hundreds of people that watched that video. It is on our Instagram page. You can follow us at Instagram at WILEY at WILEY SHOW Wiley Show. And you can follow us on there right now. And of course, we are on Station Head, so you can follow us. And we thank you all for your amazing support. And again, we also thank people that have been contributing to Cash App, making it possible for us to travel for this. And I do want to thank you so very much. Someone else blessed us with a $5. Somebody else blessed us with $5.31. So we thank them for blessing us with a $5.31 Cash App. We thank you so very much. We give it back. Pray that God bless you a hundredfold for that. Thank you all so very much. And I will see y'all on Station Head. All right. I want to make sure. See you on Station Head. See y'all on Station Head. Okay. See y'all on Station Head. Okay. I see some of y'all over there already on there on Station Head. Hey. Hey. I need a good song to play over there too. Just one good song. Why go use the John? Because y'all don't like me using the John on Station Head. You notice Drake hasn't issued a statement. He have not issued a statement. That's very important. He have not issued a statement. This is really sad. They're gonna let Kendrick Lamar deal with this pushback. We're pretty sad, no music. So he just want to see me use the John without no music. Okay, that's exactly what I do. You ain't said nothing but a word. Okay. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Be on the lookout. We'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, y'all. I see you on Station Head. It's 22 of y'all on Station Head. Y'all hit up on Station Head. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, so let me post it on let me post it on let me post it on X as well. Because we are all live on Station Head, okay? We live on station here. Okay. I love you. I love you all. Great, great, great for that. Okay. Love you all. All right. Thank you all. And we will see y'all there. Rose 143 is in the building. Pretty handsome in the building. All right. Armand Wiggins in the building. All right. We'll see y'all all down on station here.